What's going on? This your boy Dr. Hood, and we back with another exclusive H19D. If you didn't know, this is the Make Men High Value Again channel. You know, we going in. The restoration of a high value man. We got some Kevin Samuel clips for you. You know, they're gonna be hot off the press. Just to reiterate, we gotta definitely compound this message. A lot of women, they thought it was over. You know, the man passed, you know, they celebrated. They thought it was over. They thought the message was gone, but the message is far from gone. Okay. It's still people out here pushing the message. It's still people mad at men for pushing the message. It's still hundreds of women making channels trying to combat the message, expressing their hate for Mr. Samuels. You dig? So we going in. We going in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Champion. Hey, we're going to try to have a good one. We're going to have a good one. I'm going to probably drop the link a little later, you know, try to get some people in the building. You guys feel free to share this channel or whatever. It's going to be some touchy subjects and things that I get into that, you know, it's just not good for the YouTube algorithm. So we encourage you to support the channel, share it as many times you can, you know, hit that link, come up and join the conversation, because some of the things that we're saying, you know, profanity, different things like that, you're just going to get shadow banned. You're not really going to get that much traction in the algorithm. I'm peeping that out firsthand. Okay. So, salute everybody that came. And we going in. We definitely going in. Let's go.
Oh man, nieces and nephews, kin folks and cousins, how we doing? Big Shirley. How's everybody doing today? Sorry, we're a little bit behind, but here's the thing. Here's the question. And we've been kind of working our way up to this question, and I'm glad we're going to kind of get into it. When it comes to modern dating and relationships, I think it is fair to say that there are really no rules. You know,
Right.
there used to be rules in dating, meaning that, you know, men and women would only be talking to one, women in particular would only be talking to one person at a time. But today, it is completely the wild, wild west, okay?
Right. It's the wild, wild west. And, you know, a lot of women, they think that, you know, because of the access, the easy access, you know, you can just roll over in the middle of the night, shoot a couple DMs, go back to sleep. By the time you wake up, you know, either you caught some fish or not, right? You know what I'm saying? I like how he put the specifically for women in there, you know, because guys, you know, kind of been playing this for a long time. And why that's important is because we're seeing a lot of women these days trying to move like men. You know, I think that's very problematic. And it's not problematic for me. It's not problematic for anybody that wants to restore the high value man, because the high value man is not going to go for that. Right. So we still got these women, and they're still looking for guys that make all this money, but they don't understand. Guys, they'll deal with you, but they won't invest in you. They won't build a family with you if you're not aligned with the way they move. All right, let's get into it.
And my question is this: if it's completely the wild, wild west, ladies, how is this helping? I mean, you know, we've been talking about this from things such as first contact, first kiss, first escalation. You know, here's the thing. Women know what they expect from men. They expect men to go by the same rules that we've gone by all my life, okay? I don't have a problem with that. But my question is, what are the rules? Because today, men are saying that, hey ladies, y'all want us to be chivalrous and pay on the first date and do all sorts of stuff. When you talking to 50, 11 million guys,
Right. Right. And so how is that going to work? How am I going to feel? For one, I don't want to do the shit anyway. Half the time, guys don't want to do the shit anyway. Right. We want to get straight to the point. Are you a good woman? Are you down for me? Are you fucking things of that nature? Right. Those are the things that we want to know. And the unique thing about Kevin Samuels is he breaks it down to its smallest form. You know, he'll break it all the way down so we can understand it. But it seems like the women were too busy trying to combat the message that they didn't even get the message. It's like, if I'm just going to jump out of the car, I don't even know what's going on. Let me pop my trunk. Let me grab me a baseball bat and get into this fight before I actually find out what is going on. Like, what is going on? What is this all about? Okay. So this is my chance to get up here, slow it down, give you a little something, a little vibe, little music in the background, a little vibe, so you can actually relax and hear what the message was. Was it a bad message? Was it a good message? Okay. There's no high value man gonna seek after you and chase after you and want to put you in his life, which should be a privilege to you. And if you don't treat it like a privilege, he should move on, right? If you're running after 5, 10, 15 guys, it doesn't make sense. We call those idiots. No guy wants to be an idiot.
You got all this and this, you got all this and that going on, and that's not cool. So my question is, what are the rules? We need to learn about the rules of painting. We need to learn about the rules of contact. When do you break the, quote unquote, the touch barrier? And then most importantly, we want to know when it comes down to sex.
Right.
Because this bull crap y'all modern women are on. Because here's the thing, this is why guys are starting to be like, forget it. I'll exercise my options. I'll do what I need to do. Bottom line is this.
Right. A guy's going to figure it out. A guy is going to figure it out. We're not going to just keep going through these hoops. We'll try to play this game. Society has changed it. It's no more of this sleeping around with everybody. They condemn men for sleeping around, exercising their options. You get married, this monogamy. Okay. And I had to give men a round of applause. So even the simps, I had to give y'all a round of applause, because for the most part, we've adapted to that. We've understand, even though we didn't know why, because the science wasn't really out, or at least I didn't get the memo, that I thought there was something wrong with me, honestly. I had a perfectly good woman in my life, right? Perfectly good woman in my life, beautiful, fit, feminine. Oh, she checked all the boxes, right? I know I could call her and that candle's going to get put out that night, okay? Versus gambling, running around doing all of this. So we understand that, right? But I honestly thought something was wrong with me. They say, oh, you can't love more than one woman, or you can't be in love with a woman and cheat on her. So I thought there was really something wrong with me, but science proves differently. Science proves that the way a man feels, it's because you're a man, right? So we're trying to restore the high value man. This is the restoration of a high value man. Okay, but we got to get back to these laws. We got to practice these laws every day. This isn't something that you learn when you're 5 years old, like tying your shoe or riding a bike, and then you automatically know it in your 30s and 40s. And you guys in your 20s, you guys need to just be about your purpose and maybe get a couple in your back pocket, a couple good women in your back pocket that you're growing up with, that you met in high school, that you met in grade school, that you've had a chance to meet her family, her brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, different things. So the value of that family bond. Okay. I think that's very important. Now you guys can jump up and, get in the comments and let me know, how you feel. But I think that's important, that if you're in your 20s, you should be doing a lot of moving around, a lot of seeking out, finding out what's up. But don't dismiss the good women, even if they're not 7s, 8s, and 9s, right? Even if they're not 7, 8s, and 9s, even if it's a adjustable 6 or a 5, if that's a good woman and she adds value to you, or she potentially could add value, rather if it's genetics, rather she's just a good one to have on the team, she's down, loyal, things like that. We can't live our life looking for 8s, 9s, and dimes all the time. We can't. It's unrealistic. So when we're talking about the restoration of a high value man, these are some of the values besides money, besides fancy things. Okay? So let's go.
And here's the reality. It is going to be for women. It is going to be for the women to let the men know what their rules are. And I think, honestly, this is some stuff that, guys, you need to understand for yourself. Meaning, for me, I don't go out with anybody where sex isn't on the menu. That's just what it comes down to. If sex isn't on the menu, there's no need to go out. Why? Because as much as I love female company, and I do, I don't need any female friends today. And the thing is, women gain a lot more from male presence than men gain from women's presence. Think about it, gentlemen. Think about the last time you went out with a...
See, let's listen. Let's take the time out. See, this is what they don't want us to do. They wanted Kevin Samuels to pass. They wanted all the videos to just sit there and collect dust. And they didn't want somebody to come through here with a level head. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to gain or lose anything from this live stream. This isn't monetized, right? We don't have anything to gain but a couple likes, a few subscribes. That's all we have to gain. So when somebody comes in a neutral playing field and he has men at interest, right? I got your best interest, man. This is what I'm here for. So when I'm breaking it down, this could be touchy for women. I don't expect too many women to jump on this stream. I don't.
A so-called female friend. She gained so much from just being in the presence of you. You were dropping knowledge, logic, structure, reason, discipline, just the male masculinity in mind. And see, there are women who'll be like, well, you came from being around a beautiful woman. No, because all you ladies aren't beautiful and fit. In order for me to be around a woman like as a muse, you got to be a beautiful woman.
Right.
Women gain from being in men's presence. Think about it. Opening the door, grabbing something off the shelf. Men, we naturally go into our normal role. So let's start having a conversation. What are the rules of engagement? We are talking about first date. Ladies, we're starting to see women who are so trash at dating that you guys can't even shoot your shot. I'm gonna tell you right now, men, we have to be prepared for rejection. You'd be amazed at how many women, nice women, that don't simply know how to even flirt. Modern women have come to the point to where you guys are lazy. You expect men to do...
Right. They expect men to do everything. They think they could just come around and be beautiful, be beautiful, and that's all. They don't have to do anything. There's so many women that feel entitled. They feel entitled. Why should they have to put in the extra effort? Society is not built that way. And that's why the man of value, and we're not just talking about money, when we're on my channel. Now, when you're on somebody else's channel, maybe money might be the focal point or the criteria that can get you over the hump. Okay. But when I'm talking about value, I'm talking about other things that you bring to the table in your presence. You change the atmosphere. You change the room. You change the way people think. You motivate people around you, your family, your woman, people in your circle. That's what I'm talking about when I mean value. There could be a broke guy. Now, I don't understand why he would be broke if he had all these values, but there could be a guy that doesn't make six figures. That's a really good, skillful guy and can teach a lot of people around him and build a team around him. Okay? So you got to look at value for what it is and know the difference between value and this other shit. Something that, you just hit the lottery and you're all of a sudden a valuable guy. Can't hold a conversation more than 5 minutes, but you're a valuable guy.
Damn near everything. And I'm saying, okay, cool. What are the rules? When does touching happen? When does kissing happen? When does sex happen? When is a man high enough value to be able to have other women? I think there should be one baseline rule. Direct communication, everything up front. The only thing I'm against is lying. Lies of omission, indirectness, I think you should be up front. If I'm dealing with a woman and she says, hey Kevin, look here, man, I'm out here trying to see if I can go to the highest bidder because I've done my work. But see, you ladies today, you want men to be honest, but you're liars.
Wow.
I know not you, but it's your friend. How do you know when women are lying? Women lie in their communication. Women lie in their communication. Women, they're up, they're down, they're in, they're out, they're hovering, they're back around. That's where the hey big head came from. The next thing you know,
Hey big head.
and we understand what y'all are doing. Just tell the man, look here, man, I'm trying to see if I can go to the highest bidder, get the best deal possible.
Right.
See, ladies don't want to do that, just like people who don't tip don't want to tell the server up front that I don't tip because they want to get the best deal. No. You get a fair deal. I want to hear from the ladies. When should the touch barrier, meaning me put my hand on the small of your back, on your hip, I'm not talking about on your shoulder. I'm talking about the hand on the small of your back. You know that dip.
And you guys got to watch out because these rules of engagement is very important. Okay. We live in a day and age where a woman, and this is before, even 20 years ago, they do this. Okay. We didn't have all this social media stuff. So we couldn't point everything out right away. Right. But this is what's been going on. Okay. Women, they think just because they look good, they'll go out on a date with you, but they have no intentions on sex or anything. They go out just for a free meal. There's a lot of women out here that are dating guys, wasting guys' time just to get a free French toast meal. Okay? So you guys got to remember that. So these rules of engagements are important because you could be that guy washing up your car, vacuuming your car up, getting ready to pick up somebody just to feed them. It's like you're feeding the homeless or something. Okay? She needs a meal. She knows that all she has to do is give out a couple numbers a week. She's most likely going to get a dinner date to where she can use you. No intention on sleeping with you. No intention on any type of relationship. Okay? And can relationships blossom from there? Of course. But 9 times out of 10, if you're dealing with a woman like this, she's going to want to date you. just to get fed. This is the day and age where women, they very hungry. There's a lot of food advertisement. There's a lot of things going on. They're very hungry. Okay? So there's a difference between a woman going out on a date with you because she's interested in you, and the difference between a woman going out on a date for you because she knows that she doesn't have to pay for anything. Okay? So know the difference.
You know, when that ass go right here, that thing that we like to aim for when we shoot that shot, when should we put our hand there? When should we put our hand on the small of your back? When should we kiss you? Not kiss on the cheek, straight up French kiss. Deep French kiss.
Oh, man. Hey, kissing ain't really my thing. You know, that was to me, I don't know. You know, people do it. You know, if you're in a relationship, you know, I don't know. And I'll let Kevin handle that one. I'm gonna stay out of that.
Because this bullshit, these side hugs, that's some bullshit. When should a man be able to put his hand on the small of your back, grab you by the nape of your neck, and shove my tongue down your throat? To where you like, yeah, deep throat this chick. I ain't playing with y'all. Y'all don't let these suits fool you. Your godfather's a freak. Ladies, talk to me.
He said, don't let these suits fool you. Kevin got to be about 52, 53 in this video right here. You know, RIP to the Godfather, by the way. You know what I'm saying? You guys hit the like and subscribe, all of that good stuff. You know, these are fun moments. These are fun moments. It's a live stream. You know, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. You know, we don't give a fuck about the algorithm and all of that. Like I said, we're not trying not to say profanity because, you know, it might, you know, not get any. We don't give a shit about that. Okay, it's real motherfuckers. That's what we do. Okay, so RIP to the Godfather. You know, this man was a 52. You know. And that lets you guys know, you guys get in your upper 30s, mid 30s, and you feel like that flame is going away. Now, it's not going away. You just need to try new things. Okay. I was listening to this doctor. She was explaining, you know, like erectile dysfunction and different things like that, you know, when it comes to men. And just like, you know, your muscles, your arm, biceps, or your legs, you know, if you're not walking around enough, you know, when you get past 30, 35, you know, if you're doing a lot of sitting around and being lazy and driving and doing, you know, you feel your body starting to deteriorate, right? That's the same thing with, let's just say it's a muscle that turns you on. It's that feeling in your brain that you're being stimulated and you're being turned on by the opposite sex, right? So if you're not getting any of that, nobody's flirting with you. Nobody's grabbing you down there. Nobody is doing anything that would arouse you. Well, that muscle, that ability to be aroused, it weakens. I'm not gonna say it goes away. You know, it got a lot to do with blood flow, you know, all of this, but you just can't jump on top of a non-active woman all year, 2, 3, 5, 20 years, if she's not doing anything, right? She's not doing anything back. She's not doing anything to stimulate you, right? You can lose that ability. So don't, you know, a lot of people, they go get the drugs right away. They go do all of this stuff right away. But really, it's the play, the flirting, you know, and that's why men sleep around, because they get that from a new woman. You can get that feeling from a new woman. We won't go too much into it, but you know what I'm talking about. If you don't use it, you lose it. It doesn't matter. You know, some dudes talk about sperm retention, all of that in these spaces, and that is great. That is fine, right? Build your testosterone. Don't empty out your tank so that you're running around here with no testosterone. You know, these are guys that get older. Now, if you're in your 20s, you shouldn't have these problems. But this is just a little game, free game for you.
This is what women say. Intimacy happens when I know you. Then you pay. See, I want you ladies to understand, anytime it is an undefined answer like this, I want you guys to understand this. She said, it happens after I know you. Then you have to pay for everything.
Right.
That is women continuing to leverage this bullshit. It depends. It depends.
Right. It just goes to show. You know, they're going to be women, they want to date you. They want to date you just to go out and eat. Well, if we're not being intimate, if this isn't going to lead to, because you're gaining more from being around me than I'm gaining around you. So at the very minimum consolation, if sex is not on the menu, then you pay for this. And you being a high value man, now we're talking about it. You being a high value man, you shouldn't give a fuck if she calls you back. Her calling you back should be the last fucking thing on your mind. A woman is going to respect you if you stand on your swivel. Rather, if she be with you or not, I think respect is more important. See, a lot of guys think that the woman being with you is more important. So they'll take disrespect because they value the company or a woman being with you. A title. That's a feminine trait that a man can have. We don't give a fuck about you being with us. We care everything about you respecting us. This is the restoration of a high value man. You know, we're restoring this shit.
It depends. Let me tell you, depends, bro, something. You depends chicks are going to die alone. Think about it, guys. I mean, men are tired of y'all talking about it depends. It depends. So basically, if I'm horny, if you make me wet enough, you can do it within 10 minutes of meeting me. But if I'm not wet enough, no. Let me tell you. Men are tired of this bull crap. I understand it, ladies, and that's why I'm saying it is up to you ladies to knock this bullshit off. It depends. It depends. Don't nobody want to be dealing with you adult diaper ass bras because you're just full of what goes in a diaper? Piss and shit. Nobody.
Adult diaper. Yeah. And these are adults. He's not talking about young women right now. He's not. Even though the rules still apply. Right? The rules still apply. They got a little bit more time. They got a little bit more options. But he's talking about a woman that's getting up there in age. Right? To where she needs to be homed in on what she is doing. You can't just go out here and freelance anymore when you get up in your 30s, ladies. Okay? So these adult diaper wearing broads, it depends. They might as well go buy a box of Depends. Okay? Go get a couple boxes. Get that shit in bulk. And you know what he said you guys are going to do alone. When you have your alone time, when nobody else wants to be in your life. The inevitable. Okay?
I don't want to hear nothing. It depends. It depends. It depends. It depends. It depends. It depends. What does it depend on? And are you clear up front? It depends. It depends. What does it depend on? And is it clear up front? Men don't want to keep hearing this shit from y'all. It depends. How you like your boss tell you on Friday? My direct deposit didn't happen. Is it gonna happen by lunchtime? It depends. Depends on what, it just depends. It just depends. Hold on. It depends. And I want you ladies to understand that your godfather understands. Y'all have been playing with the game set on easy for so long that some of y'all don't even realize how full of shit y'all are. I've sat across from some women who I was like, they can't be this naive. They can't, no, they really didn't know. They've been playing with the game set on easy for so long, the notion of having to define something for a man, the notion of having to do something for a man, just be there, but let's talk about it. We understand that there's a breakdown in communication between men and women. Men do not want to hear it depends because we know we know that bullshit. There's no depends on us.
Right.
Let's get to it. It depends. All right. No, it depends, ladies. If it depends,
I was not ready for this.
okay, well, you're here now.
Why wasn't you ready? You're here now. Why wasn't you ready? You're hitting the button. That's what I say. When I get my show popping, when this show gets the subscribers up and we're able to have live callers, be ready. That's all I ask. Be ready. You hitting the button. You're trying to get on. Okay? Be ready.
Wow.
Are you just not going to get on camera
Well,
now?
what's your question, Mr. Kevin?
Well, first up, you got to get on camera.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I'm always curious as to when you ladies say you weren't ready for this, right?
What? Me too. Maybe she can explain this.
Right?
Because I put that request out like 40 minutes ago.
No, you didn't put it out 40 minutes ago because I ain't been on that long. It doesn't really matter if you put it out 40 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago. You put out a request. So I'm trying to understand, why would you put out a request? Because it's not just you. I'm trying to understand why y'all put out requests and aren't ready. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do.
Bounce her up off of there, please. Don't dox her. Just bounce her, because and that's what we got to do. We got to stop putting so much effort into being mad or being frustrated about the stupid shit, and we just got to move the fuck on. Okay? Maybe if a lot of men are moving on these bogus dates that she just wanted to date you just for food, you got to move on. We can't spend a lifetime being angry over stupid shit. Kick her up off the show. Get somebody else that wants to be cooperative. That's how this is gonna go. Or they won't think it's a train. They're not missing anything. If you're not gonna pass me up, then what the fuck am I missing? I can try your product 5 years from now. But if this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it's really going to be gone if you bullshit, people will take you more serious. Okay? I'm trying to give you this game for you, for all of us. This helps us all out. You guys are cutting down on the bullshit on your end. I'm cutting down on the bullshit on my end. So when a woman runs around and tries to look for a man, she knows to be ready, because we're not going to sit here and play games like the last guy and the guy before that. 3 times a charm. There ain't no 3 times nothing. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Either you're going to get down with my program or I'm going to bounce you. That's the mentality that you have to have. And it doesn't matter. If you're a man about your purpose, you're about value, then you should already know from the gate, a woman is extra. That's extra. It's nothing that you need. The day you wake up and just think that you need a woman, that's the day your ass should have just went back to sleep.
I don't have time for the laugh any games. You could at least answer my question. That would be nice.
Yeah, so I told you my answer is when I feel like I'm vibing with that person.
Oh, you need to go on camera.
No, you need and this is what I'm talking about. Defiant. This is probably how she was at home. This is probably how she was in school. This is probably how she was in her last relationship. This is how she's going to be in her future relationships. Just a bunch of garbage. She doesn't want to pay attention. She comes on somebody else's platform and disrespects and not want to follow directions. It might not be the ultimate disrespect, but you got to nip it in the butt. Right? This is what she's going to do. You should already know what type of woman this is. That will increase your value. If you're able to laser beam and look at the situation with your x-ray vision and see like, hey, she's on bullshit. I'm going to move around. That's value. That's valuable. Okay? It's not valuable to sit there and fuck with a woman that's not going to be about your program. But for you to identify, that is value, fellas. You got it. You just need a little bit of reassurance, a little bit of, a little Dr. Hood. Little Dr. Hood, I'll get you right.
You need to get on camera. We don't do that. Can't have that.
Well then.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, man.
See? So I'm telling you, women today aren't serious.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's not serious. I've been on the line.
Then. She said, well then.
17 minutes. And I want you guys to understand that ladies understand, to men, what this woman just did was considered disrespectful, and it's a microaggression.
Right.
It's something that many women will be like, don't make such a big deal out of it. But to men are like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? You put up a request, and then when you know I got to do what I do, and you're not ready. All right. Here we go. So if you don't want to be on, don't put up the request.
Exactly. Follow directions.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Ready? I'm good. How are you?
Good. Appreciate it.
Okay, ready. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, you should be able to identify. She gave a different vibe. Now, I haven't saw this video. Maybe some of y'all have, right? But we're going to dissect and see just already. It hasn't been 2-3 seconds. She's on here smiling. I don't know. I'm not a hair specialist, but it looks like she might have natural hair. She might. So let's see how this goes.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
All right. People have talked about my headphones, but understand something. It's easier for me to hear sometimes. 27. So are you single or are you married?
I'm single. And when I heard you say 27,
y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. I know it ain't that many people up in here. Just support the channel. Hit the like button so that it passes the video on to somebody else. We're just trying to get as many people in the building as we can. Please support the real. There's enough fake motherfuckers on YouTube every day. They get up, they're making a killing off of this YouTube shit. And we just want at least some real motherfuckers, man. See one real motherfucker, I bring another 3 real motherfuckers. They bring another. Pretty soon, we got a whole chain of real motherfuckers and not these fake ass non-select men out here giving dating advice. And just somebody can clip this and put it on and make it a short or whatever. I don't want to hear no fucking advice for a motherfucker that wasn't getting pussy in high school and in his early 20s. And now you're 35 years old and now you're on YouTube trying to tell men how to get pussy. I don't buy it. We got to weed this shit out. You men are non-select. Nobody's checking for you. Quit talking about shit that you don't know nothing about. I don't want to hear men talking about fatherhood and parenting and shit if you don't got kids. I just don't. Support the channel, y'all.
Start now or put yourself on sale. I was like,
27. You don't.
no.
Time to sell. Any children? Any children?
Yes. I was a young girl who, I have an 8-year-old. I had her at 19.
8-year-old?
So you was out here fucking. You was a young girl and you was out here fucking. That's what we call it. Stop sugarcoating it. We're not going to give you no pass just because you got on camera. Oh, yo, every girl that gets on camera, she must be. No. We're vetting this shit. We're trying to increase the value in men so that they can be aware and have the tools to make them valuable. And awareness is a tool. Even if you're at war, even if you're overseas at war, your awareness and to be able to identify enemies is a value to you and your team. All right? A motherfucker that's got his head all in the clouds, doesn't fucking pay attention to anything. How can he be valuable? He can't.
Yes.
Okay. I'll come back to this in a minute.
Sure.
But when it comes to dating, what are your rules for kissing, first touch, and then sex?
So I just started my walk in faith. So sex, no, we're not getting there until,
Until what?
marriage basically is what I'm trying to.
You plan on
So you gonna give another man everything. You give another man every goddamn. You got a 9-year-old talking about you was 19. And then some guy is supposed to be stupid enough. I can see if you wasn't a virgin, but you gave a nigga a whole child. And now you expect to meet a new guy. And he's supposed to be so fucking stupid that he's going to wait till marriage to sleep with you. Make it make sense.
dying alone.
Stop.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You got your walking face, so sex is not going to happen until marriage. Go ahead.
So I mean, intimacy.
I got it. What about the kissing and then first touch?
So kissing, yes, you have to have some type of. Sorry, let me move where there's service. You have to show some affection. I mean, we are women. We are affectionate.
Right.
I'm Guatemalan. That's what I've been told prior. Like, I'm very affectionate, very sweet. Of course, we give.
Yeah, you're very affectionate because you was fucking and you got a whole child. And now, we didn't even get into how old you are. But now, you expect to meet a guy and he's supposed to be so dumb and look over the fact that you already gave somebody else the pussy that's probably a piece of shit. He might be a deadbeat. We don't know. Okay? But I'm supposed to overlook that because, everybody makes mistakes. Okay? But we could just sweep this under the rug. Let's do that.
But when it comes right down to it, you can kiss, but it's not going anywhere.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
That's corny.
What state do you live in?
California.
Okay. Please explain to the men why you believe this makes sense, that a man should have to wait to have sex with you until after you're married.
Good question. If they're a believer, they'll get it. If they're not,
So you got to be a believer. You got to be a believer. So you just try to pimp me. You might as well pimp me. Sell me a fucking dream. Okay? That's why I told you, we ain't going to get no views. Because we coming raw from the jaw. You know, I don't give a shit. We're not here for the views. You know, we're here for the real motherfucker. There ain't that many of us in the world that's left. Or the motherfuckers that inspire to be a real motherfucker. You know, so you got to take in this real shit. You can only ingest so much poison before you get sick. So you're getting some of this real shit from Dr. Hood. This shit is going to heal you. It's going to give you the strength to be like, wait a minute. I am valuable. I don't have to get somebody else's fucking baby's mom and she can just hit me upside the head and just tell me that I have to wait to hit that pussy. And we're not going to go to as far as to say that it might be trash. I mean, we already know that's always the possibility, but we won't go there, right?
I mean, church is like,
well, I'm a believer. But when did you start your faith walk?
After Halloween 2021.
So as a believer, you can't, it's hard to tell people that when you got a whole 9-year-old.
Right. And then that's what I say. I'm not like, I walk in faith, you have to wait for me. I already did my damage. I did my dues. I mean, like,
so you're damaged goods, basically. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking. You see why Kevin Samuels was so important? You see? You
said, I'm not like the typical 22-year-old that's single and no kids. You know, I come with baggage. I mean,
right.
It is what it is.
You come with baggage, child, and then you expect somebody to wait until you're married to have sex.
Right.
Please
my friend.
So that's even more ridiculous, but we'll let her keep going.
Explain to the men why this makes sense.
And yes, you're so right. When I say it out loud, I'm like, okay, girl, calm down. Like, you're up here, bring it down here. Totally get it. I feel like it'll, how can I explain to a man why? I wouldn't say, hey, I'm waiting till marriage, because it scares someone off.
So you're just, oh my God, are you guys listening to this?
Well, you need to. See,
right.
You need to be direct.
Right, because then I'm leading him on or stringing him along. Right, that's true. I feel like it's a case-by-case basis. Honestly, I should wait till marriage. Am I? I haven't crossed that line yet, but
you're trying to wait till marriage.
Trying, keyword. No.
No.
I mean, I am a very affectionate person. Sorry, it's like loading. I don't know.
Okay. Are you a very affectionate person? Are you gonna how are you gonna get your man off until you get married? You know, I have Mormons who don't have sex, but they should have sex. I have clients who are Mormons, and as long as there's no hymen penetration, but what is a man supposed to do? Because you gotta understand something. You're a whole woman, and you sit up there with a whole child, and a man can see that you had sex.
Right.
And he's got to pay for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're sitting back saying, oh, you can't have this until afterwards. And he's gonna say, okay, well, what's your ex-husband's name?
The pest died. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're right. Yeah. I mean, that's basically it. I'm hoping I can wait. Obviously,
well,
she's full of shit.
Right now, you need to go ahead and scrap that.
She's full of shit. Full of shit. You know, and she looks decent. You know, I give her some credit. She looks decent, right? I wouldn't rule her out. She looks she's a cute girl.
It's true. I mean, I did my due diligence. And
well, because when you ladies do this, basically what it sounds to men is though, I'm going to put God between you and my vagina so I make better decisions. How about you just pick better?
Yeah. Well, he was a great guy. I left him because I was young and naive and thought, ooh, what's out there? This is great. You know, he was a provider, lover, had a ring, everything. But I was the one, hold on, because I want to get married one.
Where's he at now?
Oh, he's in the picture. He's with a girl now, and great guy, still involved, helps, you know. No, he's not married. He went downhill after I left him. Poor guy.
He went downhill after I left him. I can't make this up. I can't make this up.
We were young.
And this is what I was telling when I was talking to Jessica Wong. I'm like, we ask women about relationships, and we hear women talk about they're so afraid of relationships because men and cheating and abuse. And I put up the stats showing that women cheat at the same rates men cheat.
Exactly.
And women are
if not worse. It's not worse.
Y'all are worse. You younger women are far worse.
Oh no, this little angel face, horrible. That's why I was like, I need to stop doing that.
So why do you think?
So she said, little angel face horrible. She needs to stop doing that. But she's expecting to find a dumbass dude that's willing to wait till marriage, and she has a whole 9-year-old. Something's not connecting right now. Something is not connecting. Maybe it's too early. I'm on the West Coast. Appreciate y'all for coming in, fucking with us. I'm on the West Coast right now. Okay. We streaming live from Seattle, Washington. Okay. But how is this making sense? How is this making sense?
You can go out to the marketplace and say, well, now because I totally messed in another situation, I want you to wait.
I never tried it. I said I wanted.
But why even try it though? My question.
True. And I watched a video.
You go to college?
Yes, I graduated. I have my AA.
A what?
I have my AA.
And what?
Business.
Okay. What's your profession?
Well, so I was in the medical field in the plastic surgeon's office, but my daughter goes to private school,
What's
and I'm thinking,
why are you beating around the bush? What is your profession, lady? Like, are you another one that went to school and you're not even doing the shit you went to school for? Are you another one that just went to school just to put yourself back with debt, just to keep up with the next? Like, give us a little more context, please, woman.
just admin now.
And you live in LA?
I live in LA, yeah.
Baby girl, you're an admin in LA.
Well, it's like now I'm a school assistant director, a private school assistant director.
Middle class.
And then weekends I do hair.
Okay.
She has enough to buy a DOG.
Maybe you're nervous.
Yes.
But right now, it's sounding like you're pricing yourself out of the market.
I'm pricing myself.
Yeah, I mean, because you have an associate's degree and you're clerical, admin.
Yeah.
Okay, so not an exceptionally high earner. And then you do hair on the side.
Right.
To men, it's like, okay, what is a woman's leverage? So you can't leverage. What a lot of women will try to leverage is a career.
Right.
You got a job. You got a dollar. Do you want to have more kids?
Only if I, have my partner and he wants a kid. Yes. If not, no.
What's the partner?
My husband.
I don't see. You don't make sense.
I personally do not want more children. If my partner wants,
but you just said your faith walk was. What is that? A partner? It's a husband.
Well, I thought partner meant like husband. I thought
no, it doesn't. No.
Right. It's not. It's the same thing you had with your baby's dad. That's not there anymore. And you came on Kevin Samuels and let everybody know that his life went down the drain once he left you. So if you were so significant, why haven't you been able to catch any type of luck and find anybody that's willing to go with your astronomical requests. Unreachable. You know, and you had it at 19, so you got to be pushing 30. You got a 9-year-old. I think you said you were 19, so you're probably 28 years old. You're approaching the wall. I think we all know what the wall is, you know. And you think your value is going up. And a guy will look at you from first sight like, oh, she has 1 kid, it's 9 years ago, but she's trying to do all this shit. And you'll be tricked into thinking that she never had a hot girl summer or she never gave up those flapjacks. But the truth is, this pretty face, she just told you. She been giving up the flapjacks. Okay? She's gonna lie about her body count. Okay? And it's valuable to you to detect that. That's where I come in at. It's valuable for a man to detect that type of behavior so you can move accordingly. Okay? Everything ain't glitter. You know, everything that glitters ain't gold. Every pretty woman don't want you. Every good woman ain't good for you. Okay?
And it doesn't. See, if you're a Christian, words mean things.
Remember, it's only October. I'm a newbie.
Okay, but my point is, you're talking like a modern woman.
Like a what?
A modern woman who just found Christianity, which is fine, but you're saying everything that's going to make you end up alone.
Right.
Partner.
No.
Partner. That means you have business partners. Husband and wife are roles. Husband.
Okay.
Wife. But the most important thing, you don't want children.
I'm not like saying no.
Ma'am, a woman who wants to.
You don't want it. You don't want it. So a guy that wants a legacy, a high value man that has options, you know, let's just use him for entertainment purposes, right? A guy that has options. Let's say he wants 3 kids. Let's say he wants 4. Here is a woman. Yeah, she might be an adjustable 6. She might be a 7. You can't use 7. I'm really not gonna give her an 8. If I can't use 7, then she's gonna have to be a 6, right? Okay. They said Beyonce's an 8, Kelly Rowland's a 9, even though I've never seen Kelly Rowland with natural hair. So me personally, I can't put her above a Beyonce that doesn't really have her natural hair either. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting a 9 if you don't have natural hair. And not in my book. I think an 8 is the limit for any of this plastic surgery, any of this type of stuff. You know, if your BBLs, you know, all of this stuff. I don't know if Rihanna had any work done. You know, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe she's completely natural. The other one on the left, you know, you guys seen her around. You know, she's in these YouTube streets, in these Instagram streets, probably some OnlyFans streets, right? I believe she's probably got a little bit of work done. I mean, there's other pictures. This one was actually a cool picture. It's not like over ridiculous, right? So I just don't think you're gonna get the 10 or the 9 if this is how you're rolling. So I gotta give that woman a 6, which is good. I'm gonna be giving out a lot of 4s. Dr. Hood, man, his favorite number is, I was born on the 4th. 4 is my favorite number. So if I'm giving you a 6, yeah, I'm fucking with you.
Be married. Needs to understand that men who want to be married, our primary motivation for marriage is legacy.
Right.
So you need to understand how backwards you are. You're coming with another man's legacy.
Right.
And the next man can't have sex and then can't have a kid. Are you
No.
on drugs?
No, I'm not saying I can't. I mean, I won't. As a single young lady, heck no, obviously I don't want to, baby daddy. No. When I get married, I will definitely, I'll have 3.
Are you a wife?
No.
Have you had no. Are you mentally a wife today?
Am I what?
Are you a wife? You don't get married and become a wife. You're a wife first.
Mentally, I'm preparing myself. I read my Bible study.
The Bible ain't gonna do it.
No, not the Bible. I'm in a women's Bible group.
That
And
ain't
then
gonna do it.
no, I don't hear your question.
Were you raised to be a wife?
You know what? No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so you weren't raised to be a wife, and it sounds to me like you're just trying to figure it out.
Day by day.
But you don't understand what men who would be husbands want. We don't want women telling us what we can't do.
Right.
And we don't want women saying that, well, I mean, your decisions, every decision I've asked you about is a fear-based decision. I asked you, do you want more kids? And the assumption is after you're married, you're like, well, only my partner. All right. If you don't get married, well, ma'am, you've already pretty much put yourself in a position.
Let's fix it.
She wants to fix it. You got to fix those expectations, boo. I'm sorry. You seem like you got a good attitude. You got to fix those expectations. And y'all got to hit that like button so we can blast this rocket off. Come on now.
Have you had any therapy?
No.
I think you should look into it.
I want to. I really do.
Because I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but for 27 and a 9, the one with the 9-year-old, I'm getting kind of very youthful vibes. And I get you might be nervous, but you're almost 30 years old, and you're talking about you want to be married one day, and oftentimes people turn to God, hoping God will fix it. That's not how it works.
Right.
Faith without works is dead. You could be in church, you could be in a womanhood, but a wife is a role. And what is why does a wife's role? What do you think? What do you think the role of a wife is? What does a wife do for us?
A helper, I feel. I feel that they're the heart of the home. They love.
She doesn't have a fucking clue at all.
Mainly they follow their husband. Obviously they don't want just a nagger and all that stuff. Like, when you said youthful, I get it.
We'll get back to
See, you're trying to change. She's trying to move the goalposts, y'all. You got to be able to identify this stuff. That makes your value increase if you're able to identify these red flags. Okay? I'm about to get the meme up there. We got to have a bunch of red flags on the screen. I need to have them running across the screen. Just red flags, right?
I've always.
But I'm asking the question: what is the role of a wife?
Oh, helper, lover. Helper, lover.
Wow.
You got me.
She doesn't even know. And I can sit here and heckle her and nag, and I can sit here and try to humiliate her. I can do all of these things, but why? Why would I do that when I can identify that this girl doesn't have a fucking clue? Therefore, after this, or whatever, it's either, wait for what? Wait for what? If we're not fucking tonight, you might not ever see me again. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about when I say stick to your square, standing on something. Just like a woman shouldn't fuck with or progress a relationship or try to build a relationship with a guy that she has no intention on marrying or being serious with. I think it's a waste of time. You don't want to build with this person. You know it's just a fuck. Keep it at that, or don't fuck at all. If you're a guy. If you're a woman, I don't think you should fuck with it at all, because it's clearly gonna decrease your value a lot faster than a man. If a man sleep with 10 women, I really don't think his value just gets cut in half. And yeah, it's a double standard. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it's a double standard. But can you disagree? If I sleep with 10 women this summer, I don't think my value gets cut in half. Let's say I'm 80% of what the fuck I am. I'm 80%. My value doesn't get cut to 40 just because I had sex with multiple women. Now, a woman, on the other foot, you sleep with 10 women, you can't come in my house. I'm cool. I'm cool. And we can say double standards, this and that. Well, women, you need to fuck with virgin men. You need to put value on virgin men. Guys with low body counts. It's not up to me. I'm not going to get up on here and show you a bunch of guys that only had sex with one woman. Hey, see, this guy right here, he has a PhD in science and, you know, all of this stuff. He helps out the community. And look, he only had sex with one woman in his whole life. We should champion this guy. More men should inspire to be like this guy. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Okay? It's not up to me. Now, a woman sleep with 10 guys, she think that it's all good. You have a baby. You think guys are supposed to wait till marriage? Yeah. I'm supposed to say that is fucking ridiculous. That's my job. See, everybody has their own job. Is there somebody's job out there to give women courage and confidence to hey, you can be like a man, you can sleep with 20 or 40 guys. And a guy's still supposed to respect you and love you, and there's gonna be somebody, that's somebody else's job. That's not my job. I'm gonna let you know the real. You got all these bodies, you got kids, all the, you know, I don't even, if I'm teaching a man a dating advice or trying to get him on his feet, trying to do anything, I'm not gonna encourage him, no matter how cute you are, no matter how much of a six you are, I'm not gonna encourage him to date you if you're a single mother. I'm not. Now you got other guys, you know, these Derek Jacksons and all, you know, all those guys, that is their job. To take women that made fucked up decisions and refurbish them into housewives. That's not my job. Let's get back to it.
A friend, like a help, what?
Helper, lover, and what else?
And a friend, supporter, motivator.
So just by that answer, it tells me you have not put any thought into what a wife is.
Right.
That's a very generic.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
And he understood that. That's where the value comes in. See, another guy, they don't understand that. They think, oh, well, I don't know either. I don't know what the fuck a woman's supposed to be either. I just want one. You know, I just want one just to want one. Right? And you're going to eat this up. It's a lot of simp ass niggas out there. They won't listen to this. They're not coming over to the Dr. Hood to hit the subscribe button, the like button, support the channel. They're not doing none of that. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm talking about their simp ass. Okay? Everything fair use. Everything fair use.
So when I say you're not a wife, you're not putting any thought into it. You weren't raised to be a wife, and you're 27, okay? And you got a 9-year-old. So if you don't know what a wife is, what is a husband's role?
Oh, I mean, I believe you've said it. You know, the protector, a leader, provider. You know, the head of the household.
So did you learn straight from Kev, or did you know this stuff before? Like, come on, let's get down into it, Kev. Was her parents married? You know, what was going on? How was she raised? 2-parent household? You know, what's going on here?
I mean, it's basically. What?
Was your child's father there?
All of it, yeah.
And
you left him. What
yeah,
a dummy.
I was young and naive, and I was like,
what makes you think you get another chance?
Because I've been, honestly, I mean, I've come across great men, and again, I've done the same thing where I'm like, oh, but there's more. But that was me being, you know.
What if you're out of chances?
We have to find out. I don't want to. I don't know. I don't know.
Then how are you gonna survive?
Survive as in?
Yeah, if you're out of chances, because I don't know why women today feel like men are unlimited resource. Like you get,
I know.
But you've already had a whole man who wanted to marry you, and you had a kid, and you use this young excuse, which is, in my opinion, bullshit.
So I was 19.
I don't care.
Yeah, I was.
There's no excuse. There's no excuse, right? We can all, you know, make excuses about how old we are when we made these stupid ass decisions. And then we're expecting somebody to come through and wife you and all. Maybe you should have thought about that before you had a 9-year-old. You know, before you didn't want to be cooperative. You should have thought about that.
I don't care. Women have gotten married at 19. It's bullshit.
No, right. No.
You could have married that man. He wanted to marry you, okay? And you probably run into other supermen. What if you're out of options? And my question is, a man of value has to want to marry you, and you have to be a wife. So you can want it, but you're not even ready for it.
Right.
You don't even know what a wife is. So that's going down the path. Going down the path. When you hit 55 years old and you're still unmarried, man.
Oh my goodness. I have never thought that far. No. But you were right. I don't know the role of a wife. I wasn't raised in that home. So that's something that I'm taking upon on myself now at 27.
When you're 55 years old and unmarried.
I know.
Why do you keep making these faces and doing this? You know, man.
Because I'm very expressive. That's how Guatemalans are.
Okay, but it's not helping you. It does not help you. It's very youthful.
That's what I get all the time.
But stop it. Stop it. You should stop.
But why? I don't want to be
like
those girls that are like.
For you too. That's immature. It's juvenile. You're somebody's mother.
Right.
So I'm telling you. Not from a mean place, but it's not helping you. It doesn't make you come across as somebody who's serious.
Right. Yes. But I know how to act like when I'm in the school. I know how to act when I'm in the
You're on a platform in front of millions of people.
Right. But I thought, we're having a conversation.
Stop. Only just to stop, because if you don't know when it's inappropriate. Okay. Let me get on task. At 55, if you're unmarried at 55.
Ugh.
Well, ma'am.
What's the question? If I'm married at 55, if I'm unmarried at 55, what?
How are you gonna pay for yourself for the rest of your life, man? Because if you're not a wife today. You don't know what a wife is. You don't know what a wife does to her husband. You don't want to have any more children. So guess what, ma'am? Men don't stop them. Listen, when I ask you for a response, listen. Because apparently you didn't get taught this stuff. Okay? So listen. How much money do you think you're going to need to retire on to live between the ages of 65 and 85? How much cash do you think you will need at 65 to last you for 20 years?
That is a good question. I have not thought of that. I don't know what the mortgage prices will be at that time, but I remember you
20 years of life.
I mean, I could be in a senior home. I mean,
I don't care, man. 20 years of life. Don't Google it. Man. Stop. Jesus Christ.
no, I last asked somebody, you're like, just,
Man, 20 years of Do you have like ADHD or something? I'm not talking. Okay. Are you on medication?
no, because it's
You should consider it.
I have it there just in case.
But you should consider it because cute ain't gonna get you that far.
Right.
I'm not trying to be cute.
Can't make this shit up. You're somebody's mother. 20 years of life, ma'am.
Yes. Four languages.
I'm going to ask you this question one more time, and then I'm going to let you go because I'm about to cuss you the French toast out. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nothing. I'm blessed.
Yeah, he broke her down. Man, see, and the conversation is huge. You know, you gotta have these conversations with these women because one thing about it, a fake motherfucker ain't gonna be able to stand the heat and answer all those questions. You gotta be authentic. What you say it's gotta be true. You know, conversation is a key that can increase your value and your awareness about these women and these red flags. When we first jumped on, you guys can go back and rewind it. There wasn't this many red flags. She was ready. She's smiling, natural hair. You know, there wasn't that many red flags. But as the conversation progressed, we found out that she got a 9-year-old. We found out that she's trying to dupe somebody into waiting for marriage, even though she busted it down for somebody else way back. And the reason why she got rid of that guy is because she was out here trying to explore more options. Okay, so she's got some type of baggage. She's got a body count. Okay, and this is the thing that we're talking about. So no, we didn't see all of those. And other guys, oh yeah, you cool. Give me your number. Oh yeah, cool. You know, a lot of you guys, you look through your phone right now. Look at the last couple months, the women that you've been trying to get a hold of and trying to, you know, and you didn't ask none of these questions. Where's the baby's dad? Why aren't you with him? Blah, blah, blah. Those are things that can increase your value. It's the restoration of a high value man. You know what I'm saying? These are exercises that we have to do together. It's not just me telling you this shit. This is shit that I have to do also. So long conversations is going to be a tool to get you to identify some of these red flags, fellas.
20 years. How much money do you think you're going to need?
Well, in that time, I mean, let's say
20 years. No, whatever. How much are you going to need to retire to live from 65 to 85? How much? Ballpark.
I pay off my mortgage off $5,000. No, that's what if I live home.
How much?
So like, oh, you said in 20 years, a lot. $100,000.
$100,000 for 20 years.
Hundreds of thousands.
How much?
Let's say 900,000. I don't know. 20 years if I pay off my mortgage and all that.
you making annually?
Right now, not
More than $60,000 a year?
like, no, like if that.
$50,000 a year?
No, like 58
Are you hourly or salary?
salary.
You're making $29 an hour.
But then hair on the side. So that's
And you also have a daughter. Are you getting child support?
no.
Man, you live in LA. $58,000 is roughly $30,000 a year anywhere else. And see, audience, I'm going to the audience because I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt of being nervous.
Yeah.
This is beyond nervous. This is just unpreparedness for life. It's not a game.
It's not.
And I'm asking you a grown-up question. How much you gonna need to live on? And it's like, I can't even comprehend how much that's gonna talk. And the thing is, you better figure it out, because the only way this shit works is if you have a husband. But this kind of stuff right here does not mean husband. Scatterbrain, cute girls with ADHD, and I don't mean any disrespect. I understand ADHD very well, but still, you gotta do something about it. Bottom line, you're gonna need about $2.4 million out in LA. And you ain't gonna get there on $60,000 a year. You're not gonna get there on an associate's degree. You're not gonna get there on higher on the side. You're gonna be living paycheck to paycheck in LA. And if you're not in a relationship, marriage, family, where will you be?
Yeah. And that's why I like talking in your video.
Where will you be though?
I'm not sure. I
The street.
Right.
Oh. I'd go to Guatemala. No, yeah, I get where you're coming from. Oh, you're so pretty, girl. Oh my gosh.
Wait, what? So you just stuck your foot in your fucking mouth.
No.
This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous.
She said she'll go to Guatemala. She has the energy of a quitter. And I didn't want to react the last couple of minutes. I just wanted it to play because I just can't possibly react to everything, right? But she has a quitter's mentality. Just check it out.
I mean, I'm serious. This is why I don't take that young shit. I was young because being young does not give women any other. They're not going. Look at that. Black women are dying. Homeless population growing. LA. Black women dying homeless in Los Angeles County. Women of color, you. So this little cute you had somebody who wanted to be with you. Man, we've gone from the rules of engagement to you're supposed to be teaching a whole woman, a young lady, how to grow up.
Right.
Who's teaching you?
Me, day by day. In my body.
You're not teaching you. You're failing. You're not teaching shit. You are failing, man. And when we get these women, they get up at 30 years old, and all of they get to hit the wall, and then they begin to get desperate. Why do you get desperate? Because you've wasted all of your time. In a football game, if we let a team score 2 touchdowns a quarter on us, and then it's fourth quarter, what do? We start getting desperate. We start pulling out plays out of our playbook that we only use in times of desperation. So this is her idea. This is not my idea. This is her idea. To leave a perfectly good man that sat there, and salute to all the fellas that sit there and stick around after your woman have a child, 1, 2, 3, 4 child, 5. It doesn't matter how many. Salute to y'all. And I don't think women understand the stressful load that puts on us just to go through that. The falling out of the attraction and coming back and, being it. If you got a guy that stuck out through that, through your whole pregnancy, through the birth, after, when all of the hormones and everything, the woman's getting crazy in my terms. He stuck it out through all of that. You ought to put some respect on that man. You know, you shouldn't be running around looking for other guys trying to see if somebody fits the bill. Or if you can do better. Keep fishing around. Or you'll be like this woman right here. She got rid of a perfectly good guy. He had it all. He was a provider, protector, good dad, all of this stuff. He stuck it out with you. You gained all that weight. You lost it back. Your body, a lot of times it doesn't go back the same. A lot of times you women aren't the same woman that we met before you got pregnant and had a kid. You'll get a good guy. He'll stick it out. And then you'll still think that you need to roll that dice one more time. And then you're going to end up like her. And Kevin Samuels gets a bad rap for this. If you were going to end up in Kevin Samuels getting a bad rap. So 9 times out of 10, that's a delusional woman that doesn't know what it means to be a wife, doesn't know her role as being a wife, barely knows until she started watching these videos what a man's role was. Come to find out, she had a good guy the whole time. She rolled the dice. Now she's pushing 30. We got to start pulling out some Hail Marys. It's getting to the 4th quarter. I'm not 21, 22-year-old no more. I'm not as eligible as I was before I laid down and let a man impregnate me. Right?
What if you're not qualified?
Would you qualify yourself? I wasn't qualified to do hair, and I studied. I have friends who are engaged.
Yeah, but you're making bad decisions in the process. You're making horrible decisions in the process.
Person are 2 different things.
Right. So you learn by.
No, you learn by understanding you're not qualified and going and getting the education.
Correct.
Modern women today are so oblivious and so arrogant. You're in that camp right now.
Right.
Arrogance, no,
because you're sitting there talking. I'm talking about what if you don't get? I can't imagine it. Man, I don't know how you think this is coming across, but at 55, I asked you what's life going to be like. You can't even comprehend that you don't get what you want. Cute goes away.
Of course.
Cute goes away. And
right.
This is what we're doing in the West. They're not teaching women to prioritize relationships. So all you guys are doing is going around doing what the hell you want to, doing what feels good, making babies out of wedlock, breaking your homes, wrecking relationships.
Just because you want to explore your options, just because you think it's a privilege for a guy to deal with you. That's you feel it's the entitlement. Okay? If that man wants to deal with you and he's serious, he wants to raise a family with you, he deserves respect. I'm not gonna say how much respect you should give him. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not going there. But just know that that guy deserves a level of respect. He deserves you to be cooperative, submissive, pretty, feminine, all of that stuff. Without you running around trying to reshuffle the deck, trying to find a guy to replace him. That's what you're doing. And then you're going to end up, he's going to move on. And you're going to be the one buying an animal. You're going to be the one on Craigslist looking for somebody to buy an animal.
And then you want a man to come along after you find Jesus. And then you put his dick on ice. He can't have sex. He can't get a baby out of you. What the hell? That makes no sense. No, we've heard it, man. This is crazy. This is why I think therapy is so good. And that medication, I'm not kidding, man. Women with ADHD are walking time bombs because you're emotional creatures and your brain chemistry is off. You need to be taking that medication. I've dealt with women, I've dated women. I understand ADHD very well. And your cute pass won't work.
Oh, nobody uses that.
She don't listen at all, bro. She don't listen at all. She puts her foot in her mouth. Like, she'll say something and then regret saying it. It's chemically imbalanced. It's chemically imbalanced. I don't think it's healthy for a relationship. I don't think a man will be at the advantage of dealing with a woman like this. You know, I see a lot of guys fucking with her just because she's cute and then finding out that this isn't the thing for them and then moving on. You know, I see another simp finding her, you know, they hitting it off, doing this and getting stuck with this. You're getting stuck with the baggage. You get to take care of another man's child that doesn't respect you. Okay? It's not often that the baby's dad respects you. And why should he have to? You know, she's a perfect candidate for a guy looking for love. Already got 3 or 4 kids, possibly 35 and up. That's about what she's gonna qualify for.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, Jesus.
Yeah, that was a hard one. That was a hard one. You dig? Anyway, we in restoration mode. We are in restoration mode. Go ahead and check out the videos we got on this channel right here. Also, go to the Dr. Hood channel and check out more videos. H19D. Go over there, hit the subscribe button. We got more video. We've been getting it in over there for a while. Not so much over here, but I got a lot of content that I'm going to be reviewing. A lot of videos that I uploaded to this channel for educational purposes only. And we're going to be providing commentary to these videos. We also appreciate everybody that came through. We didn't have the best, the biggest. We had the best, but it wasn't the biggest. But sometimes less is more. You know what I'm saying? If I was able to reach somebody or entertain somebody, you know, to get on that swivel, yeah, man, we coming, man. You know, these simps ain't gonna take over. You know, we're not going through that. You just can't be pretty anymore. Pretty is, you know, it only goes so far, right? It only goes so far. It's a red flag that you accept, right? You got to accept these red flags. Women give them. They give them all the time. They show them. And it's up to you to accept them or reject them. Anyway, this is your boy, Dr. Hood, and I'm out.